Okay. Hey guys, so why do you always do
No,
that?
I just love being in videos with you. It's awesome. It's just funny. I just like to laugh because it's fun.
Okay. So, in today's video, we'll be talking about our engagement story. I'm eating a Twizzler.
Hitting me with it.
How he proposed, how our lives have changed since being engaged, and just kind of like our perspective on engagement and our struggles, and just like, I guess, Christian relationships, Christian marriage, all the good stuff. So we're going to start off by telling you how we got engaged and how Bailey proposed. So,
My turn?
mm-hmm.
Alright. So, where to begin? Well, I got my tax return, and I was like, dang, I should buy her a ring. So I went out to the jewelry store, and I was like, I know what she's told me. She wants like a simple gold band, and she wants a teardrop or a pear-shaped diamond. And I was like, that's perfect, and it's perfect for her little fingers. So I went, and I bought it with cash for my tax return. Thank God for tax returns. Those are awesome. And after I bought the ring, I had it for a few months, and then I had to plan out with a few of my best friends like exactly how I was going to do it. So I worked all that out, and I was like, we're going to go to Callaway, we're going to go to a big field, but before we go to the big field and have a picnic, we're going to go to a few little special spots that we've visited or gone to dates at, like special intimate dates with each other throughout the years. So we started with that. Like I took on a date. Sorry, I'm getting like all tongue tied. It's weird. I'm nervous. I don't know why. It's weird. So I put her in the car, and I was like, all right, let's go. So I didn't tell her what was going down. Obviously, you don't tell your...
He told me not to ask any questions.
Yeah, I said, don't ask any questions. That's not what tonight's about. If you ask any questions, I won't answer them. And she asked me a bunch of questions, but I didn't answer a single one. I was just like, well, I don't hear you talking. So I just put her in the car, and we started driving around. And I took her to one location, and when we would get to a location, I would give her a gift that symbolized how that place and that date made me feel.
Or what reminded you of it, right?
Yeah, what reminded me of it, how it made me feel about you. It was a little bit of both in it. And then so we went through all those locations. Those are undisclosed because those are private. Those are for us. And I don't want y'all taking our date spots. Just saying.
Wait, can we show them the heart?
Yes.
So, in one of the locations, he had Randall, who works at our church, make me this wooden heart.
It's my
So this is
heart
one of
for
the
her.
gifts that he gave me.
Yeah.
Welcome.
It's pretty awesome. And then obviously we went out to Callaway, and some of my friends were hiding in like this tall like grass, like it looks like hay almost, or like, what is it, wheat stalks? Yeah, wheat stalks that are like blowing in the wind. They were hiding in that, and I had a picnic blanket out in the middle of it, and I carried her through the wheat stalks out there, and we sat on a blanket and there was food laid out with some like fruit and some sparkling grape juice and stuff like that. And we listened to some music, and we ate a picnic, and I was super nervous. And I was having to text my friends that were in the bushes because they were going to take pictures for us. I was texting them secretly at the same time so they would know exactly when I was going to pop the question so that they could take pictures. So it was like super awkward because I was trying to text them without her seeing me, and she was already kind of suspicious because she, just women have intuition like that, I guess, or she does especially. And she just kind of figured it out a little bit. So I was like, dang it, I want it to be super surprised. But it worked out. I played one of our favorite songs that means a lot to us. Shout out to Kelsey Air. He gave us a special version of the song to play at our wedding.
Okay,
it's awesome.
Can we tell him about that? Can I tell him about that?
No, that's for a later date. That's just a little teaser. Like, just know that we got a special song for us made by an artist we like to listen to, and no one else has the song but us. It's pretty cool. But but yeah, I got down on one knee and asked her to marry me, and it was the greatest feeling I've ever had in my life so far. Simply put, I just felt so joyful and shocked that an awesome girl would want to be with me for the rest of her life. It was pretty cool. But yeah. So what was going through my mind that whole time was like, I was pretty confident. I knew she would say yes, but I was still scared, obviously, because it's such a big question to ask. But I was just excited to like get to Callaway Gardens to do it. Like, I was just excited. But the whole day I was like, you know what, we'll just take our time and just enjoy each other's presence today and like just enjoy it and have it be simple. It wasn't anything elaborate. It was just what I had on my mind to do to make it special for her, not some cliche thing. So that's how it went down for me. So do you want to go ahead and talk about like
My perspective?
well,
Or what?
I think we should just go ahead and jump into like what engagement's been like so far.
Okay.
You can do yours first since I just talked.
Okay. So engagement for me, I guess, honestly, it's kind of been annoying. Not like in a bad way, but just like, obviously I was really excited to be engaged and to just like get to that season in our life. But when you get engaged, naturally I'm more introverted. Like, I would rather be to myself. Like, I'd rather just sit in my room and, I don't know, just like do my own thing, you know? And so when you're engaged, like, obviously a bunch of people comes up to you and they're really excited for you. But 24/7 you're getting asked questions, which is fine. But so I wanted to elope and Bailey wants the wedding. And so I guess that has been like the ongoing thing, just like, let's elope. No, let's have a real wedding. Like, you're just going back and forth. What do you say?
Yeah, because we both want both things at the same time or different times, and it's just, it all plays in our mind, like, just because we want to be together.
Yeah. And so, I guess just dealing with, like, having to figure out things together, and because it's not just about me and it's not just about him, you know? But I mean, it's been fun, but it has just been like, I'm at the point where I'm just like, okay, like, let's just get married and like, let's just get it over with. Just because that's just how I am. Are you like that? Do you feel like you're like that?
Do you want me to tell my perspective? Is that your perspective, more or less?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's understandable. That's how you've been.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not saying any of that in like a bad way. Like, not like I'm not enjoying the engagement season or whatever.
Yeah.
But just saying like,
it's just natural to want to get to the next step. Like, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a natural feeling. I mean, I feel that way too sometimes.
Yeah.
It's
but
just
it's
not
been fun.
so
Like,
strong, maybe.
like picking out my dress and taking engagement pictures.
That was a lot of fun.
And all that cool stuff. But all the other like little things, I'm just like, okay, let's just not even worry about that. That's why I want to elope. Like, it's just so much easier. But anyways.
Yeah. Well, for me, it's been great. You know, any stage of commitment that you add to your life where you commit to something wholeheartedly, it's going to require a lot from you, obviously. It's just like when you know, commit to the Lord and you're saying you want to develop a relationship with Him. It's not like an easy thing. Like, it's one of the hardest things you do. And engagement is, you know, it's in a way similar to that, in that, you know, you make a commitment, a strong commitment, and it's not necessarily hard to keep it, but it's hard to grow through it because there's so many challenges that are presented in your life when you take that next step.
Yeah.
You know, your relationship just has a little more pressure on it in a way, but you're also pushing each other to be better, you know, every single day in a stronger way than it was when you were dating. Because dating's more, you know, just simple, and yeah, you grow together and you learn more about each other, but engagement's just that next step. And obviously marriage will be even further. But I've enjoyed it every moment, honestly, and we've had a lot of struggles, just as any other couple does. There's temptation, there's the desire to get comfortable with one another, and that's not like a just a Satan thing. It's just like you just want it because me and Sydney have been together for almost 3 years. In March. It'll be 3 years, right? Yeah, March 20th, 3 years total, like being together. So that intimacy it's just something you want, and that's been a big challenge for us. But we realize that simply spending time with one another and doing things that are productive and positive with one another is a really good way to retrain our minds to just spend time with one another, rather than seeking out those things that really they're not for us yet. We know they've been promised to us, so we want to stick to those promises and trust the Lord through it. And I think the most positive thing from it is simply growth. It's simply learning more about yourself and more about your future spouse, and learning how God wants to work in your relationship more and more each day. And lately we've been feeling a push to not connect with one another so quickly that we forget that God is still our first love.
Yeah.
And that's the most important thing, because in marriage, yes, we'll be super bonded with one another. We'll be very close, but the Lord is going to be even closer than that, or he needs to be. And that's what I've been, hearing from God lately, in our season of engagement. But yeah, the growth is phenomenal. The growth is awesome. And, just like everything else in life, it's always a process. And the process is to be enjoyed. I don't see a reason not to enjoy it.
Dang, yours is more spiritual than mine.
Well, that's just how I'm deep with everything. That's just
true.
that's how I live my life. I just have to be deep. I have to be complicated. But I just love the growth, and I love how we've learned so much, even in our failures, even in, successes, failures, all of it. We learn so much more because we've made a commitment and we want to stick to it. And I just know that marriage is going to be even stronger for learning more about ourselves. And I'm glad I get to do it with you.
All right. Yeah. And I will say that, waiting to have sex until marriage has probably been one of the hardest things that we've ever done.
Oh yeah, definitely. It's more or less the number one problem.
Yeah.
Or the number one struggle we've had.
Yeah.
And that's okay, We've learned a lot through it. We've learned a lot about each other. And most importantly, how to treat each other. Not just as a future spouse, but as, someone that's technically a brother or sister in Christ. That's the most important thing. And we've learned a lot about it. And, the important thing to do, as Christ would show us in life, is not to look at our mistakes and just say we've made mistakes, but to look at it and say, what did I learn from it? Or how did you teach me even when I was falling? How did you grab my hand and lift me back up even though I was falling? So yeah, if any of you want to talk to us personally about that kind of stuff, we can go into more depth with you. We can be honest with you, be real with you. Yeah, I just love you.
Don't do that.
You can cut that out. It's fine.
I won't.
You won't?
Yeah.
That's okay too. I'm funny. Everybody likes me when I make them laugh, at least.
I've been trying to not edit my videos as much and just kind of be real. I don't want to edit out my jumbled up words. Yeah. I don't want to edit out I don't know, just the imperfect things. So however this video turns out, it's how it turns out. I don't even care.
Sweet. I mean, think about it. When you're talking face to face, you can't edit what you say to people.
True.
So why does a camera have to promote editing? You know, just, it's fine. Yeah. Who cares if you mess up? Who cares if you look weird? Who cares if you got a gigantic pimple on your nose the size of Mount Rushmore? It don't matter.
Anyways. So throughout the next few videos, I'm gonna be talking a little bit more about engagement, our plans for marriage. I want to show you guys, and just like take you guys along with us with like the house.
Ooh,
and
I was working on it today.
And I think I'll have like a whole video like set aside specifically for the house, like once it looks a little bit better.
That'd be awesome.
But yeah, so throughout the next few videos, I just want to talk a lot about marriage and engagement, what I'm struggling with, and Bailey won't be in every single one of those. He'll be in a few. But yeah, I just want to get like real and just deeper than surface level with you guys. So yeah, that's all. Anything else you want to say?
Love you.
Okay, so I forgot that a long time ago, when we were planning on making this video, I asked on Instagram if anybody had any questions. And I lost a bunch of them, but I have two. This girl, Sierra, asked, how long have y'all been dating? How old are y'all? And how long will your engagement be? Okay, so we've been dating for almost 3 years. 3 years in March. And I am 20.
And I'm about to be 23, so it's still 22.
Yeah. And so when we get married, I'll be 21 in February. Or I'll turn 21 in February. So when we're married, I'll be 21 and he'll be 23.
Yep.
But our engagement is going to be over a year.
It's a total of 14 months. Yeah. Total of 14.
Because he proposed in March, but I wanted a like spring, kind of like summer wedding. And so
I also wanted to graduate school before we got married. That's just something I kind of wanted to do.
Yeah, but he proposed around the time that I wanted to get married, so it just didn't work out that way.
You know.
Anyways, okay, so Allison said that when she got engaged, or before she was proposed to, she was scared.
Oh, is that Allison? Oh, okay, Allison, yeah.
Do you know her?
Yeah, she married Nick.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I've known her when she was Allison Williams. Hey, Allison.
Okay, so she said, before I was proposed to, I was like scared, bad scared, not because I didn't want him, but because I hate surprises, and I was really nervous to take that step. Did you feel any of that? Just the nerves or bad feeling of it looming over you because you knew it was coming, you didn't know when? Yes, because I worry about things unnecessarily, and I come up with all these scenarios in my head of like how he's gonna do it, and I was worried about like what the ring was gonna look like.
But it's perfect.
And so just like not scared, but just like anxious, I guess would be the word I would say.
That's a good word.
Just because I really wanted it, but I knew he wasn't gonna like do it in a basic way because Bailey isn't basic. Like I knew he was gonna do something like really special. But just, I guess, not knowing. Like, I like to know every detail of every little thing that goes on. And so not knowing was just really annoying for me. But I wasn't scared. Not scared.
You and Nick are awesome, by the way. I love you guys. I'm glad y'all are married.
Yeah. But I lost the other questions. There were a bunch more, but I might try to do that again. Like, do some kind of Instagram question-y Q&A.
Questionnaire.
Kind of thingy. So comment down below videos that you guys want to see related to Bailey, related to engagement or not. I want to make content that you guys actually want to look at and be interested in, and it could have nothing to do with Bailey for all I care. So
ow, my neck hurts.
I love you guys, and we love you, and thank you for watching our video. Okay, bye.